We are going to host next year America's Competitiveness Forum. The forum will be in Santiago, capital of Chile. We are sure perhaps the third or fourth week of September.
Okay.
Then we try to stress the main ideas why we were pleased to make this announcement, and second, which in our opinion should be the main topics for next year forum.
Well, what are some of those topics, and can you describe some of the process by which Santiago was chosen to host the Competitiveness Forum for next year? Well,
basically, as you know, the forum was first developed by the impulse of the Secretary of Commerce, Carlos Gutierrez, and the Department of Commerce of the United States were very involved in the first forum that was here in Atlanta last year. The mayor of Atlanta and in general the city of Atlanta were extremely supportive, according to the information, the forum. This year, the mayor was even more supportive for the forum to be in Atlanta. Then the Department of Commerce realized that for being a real international forum, if the idea is to have the Americas, a lot of country forum, was necessary to maintain every other year perhaps the forum in a different country, and then we had the opportunity to talk with the Secretary of Commerce, with other authorities within the Department of Commerce, and we offered Santiago as the place for the next year.
Were there other cities vying to host the forum for next year? Or was there sort of a bidding process? Or
no.
You just, I don't. It was more of a conversation.
Was a conversation, and I think was a mutual agreement. And immediately we agree in that. We say yes, we would like to have this, and I think that was because in Chile we have the question of competitiveness extremely embedded in our system. We have the largest network of free trade agreements in the world. We have agreement with 57 countries. That means that our economy is fully open. We have a free trade agreement with the United States. We signed the agreement 5 years ago. Has been extremely successful, both for United States and for Chile. Then the orientation of our economy is toward global competitiveness. Then that was the reason why the Department of Commerce say, well, you should make this effort.
How much practical good do you think this sort of forum does? It obviously has to go beyond the talking at the forum and turn into actual policies. From your perspective, did the Atlanta forum this year and last year, if you were involved, I'm not sure if you were, did the Atlanta forum accomplish what it set out to accomplish in your impression?
Well, first it's a question of the expectation about this type of forum. I would say, and I have a lot of experience for different reasons in this type of seminars or forum or other activities in the international field, in different areas. I think we have at least three considerations. One is the forum itself, the analysis and the issues that are developed within the forum. Here this year we had a number of very interesting issues. For instance, how the media is considering the competitiveness in terms of the country's image. There was unavoidable the situation of the energy. The private partners private-public partnerships, for instance, in education or in tourism, or the policies for small and medium-sized enterprises. I would say were a number of topics very important, basically for exchanging experience and for saying, look, these are programs that are working, and perhaps we had this commit these problems. These are the weakness of this type of program. And I think that is a very important part of the learning process.
Right. So it's necessary to have an ongoing dialogue,
yes,
not just
it's a dialogue, and especially if you know which are the programs that are not functioning, is a very, very good process. The second aspect within any of these international seminars is the non-formal meetings. The meeting that happens during the coffee breaks, the meeting at lunch, the meeting during you know people, you reach people that you were not reaching for a number of years. For instance, I made my PhD studies in economics here in the States, in Boston University, and I had a number of students, classmates there from another Latin American countries. And then yesterday here, I find out one of those classmates that now is working in the Peruvian government, and I knew that one of my old classmates, I'm talking about 76, a lot of years ago, is the Minister of Economy in Peru. Then it's a very nice question.
It's a good
and
connection.
The third issue is here we have an important number of bilateral meetings. Bilateral meeting with the Secretary of Commerce, Carlos Gutierrez, and his team.
Yes.
Bilateral meeting with some companies like 3M, Walmart, RIM, the Blackberries founders. A number of meetings with another governments, for instance, the Ministry of Industry of Ecuador,
so it's more than just inside the forum. You had other activities.
Always. Here, actually, you have a type of work that is 12 or 14 hours, because you are working since the breakfast to the end of the dinner, working in the sense that you are having
networking almost.
You are starting new relationship that at the end is very important, especially in the case of a country like Chile, that is very far away for almost every other country. You have to realize that the only nearby city, large city, is Buenos Aires. That's 1.5 hour flying from Santiago. But then is Lima, 3.5 hour. We have a non-stop flight from Atlanta to Santiago. It's a Delta flight, but it's 9.5 hours.